Here's how I lost $380, and in this video I'm going to tell you guys all the lessons that I took away from it. So firstly, what I'm going to do is break down the higher time frame to the lower time frame to where I took my entries to really paint the picture for you guys. Okay, so getting straight into it on the 30-minute time frame. So yesterday we can clearly see there was a huge expansion to the upside, about 2.5% or 2.75% to the upside. And we came to equilibrium, or 50% of the entire bearish range from here to here. I measured it from, we came to 50% or just above it actually, okay? And then we retraced a little bit, but not a very deep retracement at all. We only mitigated like a little bit of this huge 30-minute fair value gap, okay? Only like 10% of it. And then we came back up, took external highs, at 3:20 a.m. and then started giving some bearish confirmation. So from this point, I was straight away thinking, we're going to go down to these levels, definitely come to the value area, take these internal lows, and even fill, a large portion of this fair value gap. But I didn't know exactly if it was going to happen straight away, or we'd come up, do one more external sweep, and then come down. So my two scenarios were we were either going to come down now or go up, sweep the highs, and then sell off like that, okay? So now let's go to the lower time frames to zoom in a lot more and see things in more detail. Okay, so this is the first trade that I took, and I'm gonna break it down to you guys now. So as we can see, like I said, we had that external sweep here. We come to the upside, and then we have a strong 5-minute change of character to the downside, okay? And then price starts slowly trading back up, slowly. And then what I see was price actually takes these internal highs here by the slightest amount, literally by like 2 points, okay? And then we have a strong change of character to the downside, okay? I took this trade on the entry here, and I was targeting the higher time from internal low, if you guys remember. But obviously there were some negations. As we can see, it only slightly took these highs. So in reality, it looks like triple highs from one touch, or one touch, two touch, three touch. It looks like triple highs. And also we did not come to this extreme 5-minute order block here. It's unmitigated. So knowing that as well, price could come back up. And as we can see, price came up, went back to my break even, and then stopped me out, actually took these internal range liquidity and came to this 5-minute order block. So that's one loss on the day. We lost $170 there because I reduced risk here. My main stop loss was here, $200, but when we broke lower, I was like, if we come back up here, I don't want to be in the trade. So I reduced loss. That's trade one. We're now going to go to the next trade. Okay, so now on the next trade, this is a trade where I learned so much about myself, about my technical ability, etc. So there's a lot of lessons to take away from here, which I'm going to break down to you guys now. So if we get straight into the charts, as we can see, we did get stopped out of the other position. Price came and took internal range liquidity and actually mitigated that 5-minute order block, extreme, okay? And then, so now we've got a high sweep, a structural high sweep, that's one confluence for my strategy. Then we have also M5 extreme order block mitigation, another confluence. And then we're also outside the value area, so we're targeting towards the value area, another confluence. And as we can see here, we now have 1-minute confirmation, that is another confluence. The only invalidation could potentially be the time is 7 a.m. Normally my strategy performs better post 8 a.m. okay? But anyways, so we've got a lot of confluences, and as we can see, price comes down, up, and then down. We now have a 2-leg protocol, and I entered on this candle here before it even closed, okay? It was so bearishly strong, so I entered here, stop loss above this high, and I was targeting these swing lows here, okay? These swing lows, right? But here's where all the lessons come in. Here's where it gets really, really interesting, because yes, I entered here, boom, perfect. It looks like I went straight to TP, right? 1 to 5. But price came down, tapped this order block here. I don't even think it was a valid point to go break even. In reality, I should have gone break even here at the first structural low break. But in my head, I'm going to tell you guys what I was thinking. So in my pre-market plan, I said I expect price to come up and take these external highs. And maybe subconsciously in my head, I was like, okay, if I take this second loss, I have no more shots left because I limit myself to 2 losses in the day. So maybe subconsciously I sabotaged myself trying to protect this trade and not let it be a loser, that I went break even so early that I got stopped out and then price went to my full take profit. Okay? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just journaling the potential thoughts in my head at the time, which I think were very likely to be there. Okay? And another key lesson I got from this, right, was, yeah, maybe I went break even too early, and also my break even should have been here. So in reality, I shouldn't have got tapped out. I put my break even so quickly, like it just all happened so quickly, and I moved it to $24 into profit. So in reality, I shouldn't have got stopped out on this trade, even if I went break even. So I wouldn't say it's annoying, but it's something that I definitely need to pay attention to more in the future. But it's okay. And the next main lesson, the main takeaway from this whole experience was the fact that I saw myself get break evened where I shouldn't have even been break even, and price run all the way to my take profit where I would have secured $750 on the day plus, including the loss, so minus 160 plus like 1,000, so I would have been up like 850 on the day. I would have had my 4th winning day, only needing 1 more to get a payout, and I would have been so up on the account, to withdraw a payout. But instead, I got stopped out and price ran to 4TP. But what did I do? I didn't crash out, I didn't revenge trade, I didn't chase the trade. I let the trade go, I sat on my hands, and I said to myself, this is okay. If another opportunity presents itself in the future, like in this trading session, then I'll capitalize on it. If not, then I'm done for the day. And this was such a great realization that my emotions in my trading are significantly improving so much. Like before, I would not be like, okay, I've got break even, I could have got my 4th winning day and been up so much real money. I would have chased this trade, revenge traded, over leveraged, and maybe even blown the account. But now I'm so much more mature and understanding my emotions better and can control them so much better that I allowed this trade to go without me. And it's okay. I said it's okay, and it is okay because I know my edge is repeatable. I know my edge appears often. I know my edge is profitable. So I know when my edge comes in the future, I'm going to execute on it, and it's okay. Sometimes there will be times where you miss a trade because of personal error. It's okay, these things happen. But the most important thing is you stayed disciplined and you didn't crash out. Because if you crash out on them times, that's when all your progress is ruined, and that's when you can really lose psychological space, if that makes sense, because your psychology will be messed up if you crash out, make stupid decisions. So I'm really happy that, one, I learned a key lesson here. I didn't see this as a loss. I didn't see this experience as a loss. I saw it as many lessons. Number one, I might have gone break even too early here. Number two, I might have been scared to get stopped out on this trade because it was my last trade of the day. So I psychologically or subconsciously sabotaged myself and went break even too early. Number three, I shouldn't have moved my break even to $24 in profit. And number four, the most important lesson was it's key development in my emotional control. I've really seen improvement and significant, proof that my emotional control is getting so much stronger. And this is one of the most key attributes to becoming a profitable trader, being able to control your emotions. So that's the second trade. Now we're going to go on to the third and final trade. Okay, so on the third trade, we can clearly see on the screen straight away, it's a much lower quality trade. It's in alignment with my strategy, but we're going to break it down now how it wasn't the highest quality setup. Okay, so yes, price broke these lows here. If we get the drawing tool, we broke these lows. Yes, where I would have TP'd. Price came to equilibrium of this range here, high to low, equilibrium 50%. And I had this 15-minute order block marked here. We didn't come and mitigate it, which was an invalidation, because it's like enticing people to sell, like myself, to then sweep them out, which it done. But I saw equilibrium of the range, and I saw a two-leg protocol pretty much. So it's only really one confluence here, which is a two-leg protocol. I guess you can say equilibrium of the range, There was no structural sweep, which is a main confluence of my strategy. We're also entering very low in the range. It's like 30% of this entire high to low range. So this wasn't the highest quality setup, and maybe, I don't want to say it affected me, the loss or the break even that went to 40p, but maybe I was trying to force something subconsciously. But at the end of the day, I took 2 losses, 1 break even on the day, and I took so many lessons away from this day. Yeah, just a little last bit on the charts before I rant. So price actually takes these external highs here, like my pre-market plan anticipated, and then price sold off like 3%. It was mad. We had a news embargo here, 2 red folders on the USD at 8.30, and then price sold off so strongly, 3%, which was mad. But anyways, we've gone over 2 of my losses, 1 of my break-evens, 3 or 4 main lessons that I got from today. I don't see this experience as a loss. I'm not emotionally affected. I've seen so much progress. I've seen so many lessons and takeaways. I've gained so much wisdom and market experience from this one trading day. And I also want to summarize and say, yes, I took 2 losses and 1 break-even, but I followed my strategy on every single trade. Despite the 3rd trade being a lower quality trade, I still followed my strategy, okay? I didn't crash out. I didn't over leverage, etc., do any of them common negative emotions or common negative actions associated with trading. I also kept my risk management tight. I actually under risked on the day, so I lost $380. I was allowed to lose $400. So I lost $20 less than my maximum loss. So great, it's not a bad day at all. And yeah, just overall, it's an okay day. I've learned a key lesson to take forward for the rest of my trading journey forever. I don't see this day as a loss. I've said it so many times. I see it as a lesson. And also just one more thing I wanted to add. It's a very important thing. And previously, myself as a trader, if I took a loss on the market, I'd actually be annoyed. I'd be so annoyed. I'd be like, why did I take that loss? I'm so stupid, things like that. But now my mindset has completely shifted, and it's going to be like this forever. It's never going to go back to the old me. My mindset has completely shifted, and it's shifted to, I don't see anything as a loss. I either win or I learn. So any loss in trading, it's a lesson. It's an opportunity for me to gain true wisdom. Same thing in life. If I lose, I have a failure, I have a bad experience, I don't see it as that. I see it completely as a lesson every single time, okay? So I either win or I learn for next time to not make that mistake again. I either win or I learn. I either win or I learn. That's it. So today I won. I handled my inputs correctly. I've done my pre-market plan. I journaled the trade correctly. I learned improvements from the trade. I done my trading day recap. I done my case study at the end of the day. I journaled everything, completely everything. And I followed my strategy in this particular scenario. I followed my strategy. Everything was correct on the input side. The outcome or the output didn't match, but we can improve for next time. So I see it as a win. It's okay. I see it as a win and a lesson. I did not lose. It was not a failure. So that's the mindset shift that I've had. And it's an attribute of successful people. They don't see things as losses. They see things as either a win, they either win or they flip and learn. That's it. So that's the mindset I'm going to have, because I want to be like these successful people. So let me adopt the mindset and the mind frame of those successful people. And then it's inevitable I get to their position. And also just going back to what I said about it's a consistent attribute of successful people. Yes, it is. But it's not even just I'm trying to mimic them. It's something I've experienced through experience, and I understand it's the most competitive, most conducive mind state for success. If I'm just butthurt by a loss, I'm never going to learn from it, because I associate a negative emotion with a loss. I associate, a negative feedback loop with a loss. But now I've associated a positive feedback loop from a loss, from a failure, because I get lessons. I get these lessons that will allow me to gain true wisdom to become the highest version of myself. So it's the most competitive mind state. It's the most competitive mindset that will help me get to where I want to be in life and so much beyond. Every single scenario is a lesson. Every single loss, every single failure is an opportunity to learn and improve my skills and get better in any realm of human endeavor. So yeah, boom. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.